Men don't move on faster than women once we've actually made a choice to pick a very specific woman. What happens if that relationship ends is we put it in our mind how it all went down, and we don't give that part of ourself to another woman. We won't do it. We won't allow ourselves to be broken that same way again. It's just not going to happen. So we hold on to it a lot longer. Yes, you're correct. Will we go? Will we go just busting up every club? Yes, absolutely. But we're not trying. But in that phase, we're not looking for somebody on a permanent basis necessarily. We're just looking to try to get over that. We're trying to heal, is what I want to say. But we won't give once we've given everything to a female, and let's say that relationship doesn't work, no other woman will ever get that again. It's not going to happen.
Oh,
Go ahead.
okay. So let me clarify. What I was trying to say was not that I was talking about the growth and the long-term effects of somebody in a relationship. So with the relationships that I've been through in my life, I gained things and I kept the good and I did not carry the bad into the next relationship. A lot of times, especially in the space you hear men talk about, once women have had the damaged relationships or the issues with men, they'll carry that and then apply that across the board to the next relationship and make the next man pay for the previous relationship. So I was speaking more towards the anger or the resentment or the hardness that comes with having a failed relationship for men, and the difference between it making us better and then it affecting them negatively. That's what I was thinking about.
It
Hey,
does make
Pete
us better,
said
but we
something,
do.
but let me ask you a question since you brought this up, AP, that made me think of something. And I guess you guys can answer this. So when AP brought up the point that when they're in a relationship and they're hurt from that relationship, the way that their response is typically to shoot up the club, right? And then they guard that part of themselves when they get to the next relationship. My question is, how do men heal? Because it makes me wonder if the shooting up the club is not necessarily the healing, but it's more of along the lines of not having to think about what you went through, right? So you're not necessarily dealing with the hurt to move on to the next relationship.
No,
Is it that
no, we
you're
process.
Wait,
No, we
having sex
wait. You
until
have
you
to
numb
define shoot it.
that and
You
then move
have
into
to
the
define define shoot up the club because I'm
and
lost.
when I'm saying, and I'm saying, just bust down whatever's basically
That's
walking
not
that you
shooting
choose.
up the club.
Damage
That's
the
all right.
community.
I
Yeah,
Damage.
with
mean,
a condom on.
with a condom on. Like you're not just going up raw. You're not raw dog. This ain't raw. I'm
That
not talking about raw
you
dog
can't
Ronnie.
shoot
My
the
bad.
club up with a
Bad word.
condom on.
My
Disposing of
bad.
You
My
got
bad.
blanks.
the
You know,
the way.
I'm talking about just busting it all down. Okay,
Okay.
that's what I'm
well,
talking
how
about.
do men
We got all
heal?
that going
The
on too.
How do
the way.
men
So,
heal?
but
That's the question that I'm
but
asking.
I
we
want
do
to. I
process
want to answer
because
that.
we're analytical. So we do
Okay.
process. We process our way all the way through from the beginning to the end of the relationship, how it happened, what broke down, where did I go wrong. We look at all of that. Somebody's echoing, but we look at all of that, and then we come to a conclusion. We don't, since we don't view sex the same way women view sex. It's not anything for us to just to go find a chick, bust it down, and not even think twice about her. We just don't view it the same. So that's just something to bide our time on. Like we're not taking that very serious at all. It's no different than going to the gym. But while we're processing through the previous relationship, it is what happened, what was my role in it, what did I give her, what did she take from me, what can I not give the next person. Like we analyze 100% of that relationship once we've actually chosen to be in a real relationship. And after that first real relationship, that test relationship, after that one, there will be no other woman, period, that will get 100% of us ever again. They'll get 100% of whatever we have available at the time, but that part of our heart, we're not going to give that to you because once we associate the pain, we're like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to feel that way again. And we're going to do whatever we can to not feel that again. I mean, that's just the way we deal with it. We
That
analyze and we say,
explains the
okay,
divorce rate.
no, the divorce rate is because women don't want to stick around. They find some
Well, not with
they
that
think
half
something else
ass.
is they
Not with
think
that
something
half
else is
ass you
better.
just brought to the table. You just said you didn't want to give
No,
her
no,
nothing.
no, 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 no. What
I'm
did I
not
say
gonna give her
before that? The
100%.
part the
I'm gonna
part you missed
hold
though is that we analyze everything that was good and everything that was bad. We'll give you the good stuff, but we're not going to give you one like this. We're not going to give you that heart for it to be broken again. We will take care of you. We will give you kids or give ourselves our legacy, not give you kids. We will create our legacy. We will create a family. But that part that was broken, if you decided to leave, we're not going to feel the same pain that we felt the very first time that we truly had our hearts broken. Period. We won't feel the
I
same,
don't. So
and
I don't believe.
we will
I don't
move
believe
like
in
that. It
the.
won't be the same
I don't believe in
unless
the
we start
term.
adding child support and all the other extra stuff that goes along with it. That's different. I'm talking about from that woman. That woman will never. She doesn't get the luxury that the first woman got.
So I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
believe in
this.
the heartbroken terminology. I believe that our hearts mold and it's shaping in a different way. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
I
that
agree.
you're not. I don't think that you're not giving that because that will not be fair for you to say that.
So
I think men can
We will
separate. You can
compartmentalize and move on.
compartmentalize. You can separate the sex, and definitely what I think, what I've seen and noticed is that if the man is emotional, intelligent enough and he takes accountability, he understands that what mistakes he made in their relationship, he jumps or he goes into another relationship not making the same mistakes, which is the difference between women. They're not doing the same thing over and over, they're not doing the same mistakes over and over, but that's a man that takes accountability and moves into the next relationship not doing the same mistakes. But you've seen a lot of women that they go in the same pattern because they go from relationship to relationship, not healing, not even recognizing that this is what I was doing wrong. No, the other one cheated on me, so I'm going to check the phone on this one. Men usually don't do those things. They're coming from a relationship that, the girl was probably checking their phone and they are telling you, hey, this person was doing this to me, but I don't want to go through that. Right. So that you're kind of like putting the scenario already there for not to happen again. And it's not that you're not creating the pattern. So if you heal correctly and you process that information, and that it can happen to men and women, but we usually take it so personal. We met, and I'm including myself because I was young, okay, and I am a woman too. But at some point in my life, I probably did it too when I didn't recognize my mistakes. And we don't take accountability for it. So we go into the next relationship thinking that we were perfect and not having areas of opportunity, areas to improve. So we think that we're just, the ones that has to show up and he's the one that's going to make mistakes, which is not the case. But I think it's that certain men that can definitely heal properly and there's some men that don't heal. There's
The
a lot of men that goes through trauma and have a lot of damage, just as much damage as a woman can have.
the
So
key
that's why
part
I'm saying that it's a choice. Love is a choice. You decide to love that person. It's not something, oh, I'm just gonna love you just because. No, if you cannot explain the reason why you love someone, to me, I don't know. I just can't see it.
the
I choose
the
to
key,
love that person.
the key part is analyze. Like that, and that's the part I want to emphasize. We analyze everything that happened in the real relationship. I'm not just talking about these 3 4 month relationships. I'm talking about where we made the conscious decision to say, you know what, I'm going all in on this female. If that breaks down, because we're in those situations, men don't let you go. You typically women typically leave that type of situation because we have already consciously made the decision to give you everything that we got and go all in on you. If that breaks down, we go back and we analyze it, and we're pretty thorough at it. Once we determine what went well, we will reuse what went well. We will get rid of what went bad. We will try new tactics on the next person. But what won't happen is we won't feel that same pain again. We won't allow ourselves to feel that same pain again. We're just not going to allow that to happen.
Do
Because
you
the first time, in my opinion, from what happened, and this is me talking personally. What happened to me the very first time I gave all of me to someone, and when that relationship ended, it broke me down as a man. It literally broke me down. And I had to pick the pieces of me up. Once I rebuilt me, then I went through, okay, this is how the relationship went. This is what was good. This is what was bad. But I will not allow myself to be broken again. Period. And I think if any man has really given themselves to a female and felt that pain, I think most would probably agree with that.